Welcome back to the Hopium Den. Let's get high. Alright. We're going to try run number 5 here. We got 2 wins in a row. I kind of like the idea of heroic difficulty, but I'm going to try and run a completely new team. So I'm going to stick with normal just because everyone's going to be very low level. So we got a win with Surskit, Goliath, Hey, Minnow. So I'm going to run Naga here and see how we do. Naga seems like a very good base character with the shield, tank, retaliate. I can pretty much build any direction I want to off from this, depending on who I get offered here. Interesting. Ooh, Wormling's really good too. Alright, let me read his skill. Choose one of 3 wish actions that has not been used in this combat. So don't quite understand what that does fully till we try it. And this is just a huge attack that gives force and dodge, and then he does lots of crit shenanigans. So he's kind of like a big single target damage. He's a little bit more of a team player. I think we're gonna go here. I like the idea of having like a tank. He's kind of my support character, and then we will see who we can get. Ooh, I don't have a good nickname for Wormling yet, but we'll come up with one. Nice, nice, nice. Got the cook off the bat. Let's give it to Wormling. Wormling... I think a little bit of shield typically goes a long way because it starts scaling with other things. I also think damage just scales nicely, but I'm going to take the shield. Anyone in particular, any combo of characters that you guys would really like to see me try? I mean, it's always a little random because I don't get to choose who's in the first few areas. Another build I think would be great would be Surskit along with the Taitzelworm. I think that poison damage would get out of hand in a hurry. So I'd really like to try that one here. But I need to catch a Taitzelworm first, which involves me needing someone with fire, or with water. And I have not had that chance to break Taitzelworm yet. Naga could, but my only attack is a fire attack, and my only attack here is a fire attack, so I'm in the same boat. Ooh, right now a little weak offensively. I don't have a great way to heal. Let's at least take out Hey and we'll go from here. These two are both a little bit more on the defense support end right now, and then I'm going to have to get someone who does big damage. I think with Wormling generating some Aether, this actually would be a really good spot for Starspawn to be our damage dealer. We could potentially get wild Aether out really quickly. So that I'm kind of looking at a character like that. Minnow kind of fits here, but not great, and I've got him up to level 5. So, gonna hold off on running him again if I can. But I like the flexibility this team comp gives me. Nice, another monster soul, more choices. And we are hunting more shinies. And secret areas. I now have chance at rare monsters in the 1st and 3rd area. And I have the secret areas unlocked. I was supposed to do homework and figure out how to get into those, because RB didn't seem like it was doing much, but I haven't done that. Life's been busy. I will, though. I'm going to keep clicking RB as we're running around and see if I can get lucky. That feels bad, man. He misses into my retaliate. Maybe I kind of go like an evasion dodge build. I give Naga a whole bunch of dodge and just letting his retaliate keep doing damage. You're attacking bottom, you're attacking top. I'm going to stay on the offensive here against you. You're the primary damage dealer. Man, close to killing. I don't like that we're leaving them both alive for 3+ turns. My biggest damage is coming from Naga's Retaliate right now. Alright, so they've got a Force and a Sidekick. I don't really love either of those. I'm going to try and kill here, that way the Sidekick doesn't trigger and he doesn't get the Force damage. He's got Sidekicks galore, but it's not really going to help him. You're attacking bottom, so this doesn't do any good. I can't break or kill, so I am going to heal here. I was really hoping he would attack Naga, then I could probably just one-shot this turn. Oh, slowly getting more corrupted, but there's nothing I can do right now. This is a very defensive start. I didn't take any offensive character. Alright, you are hitting the top. So let's get double force up on this Retaliate. And then we try and do big damage. Big damage, 9-hole damage. 7, 7, 7. Dead. Alright, not bad, not bad. Let's see what we get here with this level. Really like all these. I think the Cleanse Corruption plus the base 8 shield every turn works really well with the Retaliate. Don't have a great way to give him power currently, but this kind of works well with what he's doing. Oh, well, I guess the gift of the worm, it's temporary power. That's not bad. I'll take that. We'll see what we can build around some power shenanigans this time. Neither of them are really debuffing at this point, so not ideal, but that's okay. Who am I doing more basic attacks with? Probably Naga at some point, because he'll do the innate Retaliate. Fire might have been the choice because both people are using fire, but on the flip side, that's why I didn't go fire, because I'm getting double generation there. Alright, knight for an item or random. We could use a better item. Star spawn, here we go, come on. We got him. Alright, I think we try it. I think this is the comp we go for the wild. Big wild damage. Whoops. I meant to be over, and then we hit a... Hey, we got a shiny. Love that. Now the big question is, do I have an earth element to stagger? The wild attack should stagger if I can get that off. Alright, wind. Not an ideal one for me. Attacking top. Alright, they're dividing their attacks. I'm gonna take the self-heal, mainly for the wild generation. We got a power, the power should then heal. Start chipping away here. And then I do more damage having the forces on the Retaliate, so I'm just going to do this. Oh, interesting. He's fire and water or something? Seems like he's less poison, but he's doing burn shenanigans. Alright, sorry Kateselworm. I prioritized the shiny over you. Someday I will catch you. It is my goal, I promise. Alright, I didn't pay attention, but I think it was water. So attacking bottom and middle. I'm trying to not kill the ooze, but that's easier said than done. We're up to 3. I don't have any other water currently. We're up to 4, we're close. Come on, give me that 5th. Alright, well if I pull off the heal here, that gets me to 5. And then I can hit them both and capture and maybe kill the wolf. So that's the game plan this turn. Yes, he lives at 2. That is absolutely perfect. Shifted fire water. Interesting. Alright, so we kind of got our setup, but I'm going to need some traits and skills to make this happen. Weakness on single target. I guess I'll put that... I'd rather have that here, because even on the retaliate then I'm getting weakness, and weakness kind of works well with the retaliate. I am taking quite a bit of damage, so I spend up for the 6 cleanse. Let's go, I found one. So he did kind of move towards that area that time. And then I had the exclamation point. Alright, what does this do? More connected to my monsters. Heck yeah, I am. I don't really believe you. It suits me, alright. Ooh, I don't like that. Testing my mind. Oh, interesting. I thought I was going to have to battle him or something. I just get his teeth? Okay, cool. Lurker teeth. No idea what those do, but we found our hidden area. Where are you going, Naga? That way? There can't be 2 in one area, right? That feels like too much. Hey, hey, you're my nemesis. You're going down first. Alright, let's break... I mean, I think this is great this turn to get 2. It's also a really good fire turn, so I can get 2 just on the offensive. They're attacking bottom middle, so there's no point in shielding up top. So I'm going to basic attack here, and then with Star Spawn I can do an attack and get another, which gets me very close to killing Hey Hey. Ooh, Wormling took huge damage. Earth, that's not a good turn for me. Gotta be here. Close, but no cigar. Attacking middle, attacking bottom. Stop attacking away from my retaliate guy. What are we doing? It's almost like they know. They know my plan. They need to stop. At least we get the weakness. That'll be a weaker attack there. Ooh, crit. That was not a weak attack. And then they're getting off the sidekick shenanigans. You guys gotta chill out. Come on, win. Alright. Pretty much I'm just healing every turn to keep people alive. But we got there for this. Need a way to give like force or power to Star Spawner. There's probably that option later on from Wormling. Alright, we're doing okay. I'm taking quite a bit of damage, so the corruption is going to add up with this comp right now. But we're also early days. I wish this was team attacks. For every 20, applies 2 power and triggers an attack against all enemies. But that's only once a combat. I get a 3x2. I'd rather keep Aether going as fast as I can. Because this is realistically close to the end of turn 2. I'm getting an extra wild for free. But I mean, this is 2 power. I care more about the power than I do the attack. I think for now, I need the more frequent generation. I'll just take this for now. Ooh, they're all attacking mid. Might be my chance to finally catch the Taitzelworm. They very much are intentionally attacking away from what I'm doing. Well, I pretty much have to heal here. Ooh, is there any way I could double kill? Not really. So that attack leaves him at 6, that leaves him at 6, so they're the exact same. Alright, we do this, leave him at 1. I'll finally catch my Taitzelworm. Now we have our potentially poison shenanigans online. Not bad, not bad. I like the idea of this comp. I just, I'm very slow scaling right now. Wind doesn't do anything for me. I'm still in the basic attack game. I mean, this gets me close, but I don't have a way to get to 5th. I guess maybe I'll consume my 7, but I doubt it. And then I don't have anything up here for 2, so... Alright, both of you gotta go this turn, so I'm just gonna kill here. And here. At least Ooze is healing, but the burns are gonna start to add up on me. We're just not quite getting to that 5 wild fast enough. I mean, I'm staying alive with all the heal, but like, look at how corrupted Wormling's getting. This is getting out of hand in a hurry. And they just continually are attacking away from my tank. I don't know, this comp isn't really coming to fruition right now. We're gonna lose Wormling really quick. Alright, we made it through, but not by much. Does anyone level up? We need a new trait. Alright, good, good. Let's get something here. Man, I like the idea of 2 force, but that's too much damage, I think. Another shield heal isn't bad, but I like the idea of being able to shield myself and do some damage. But really none of these are what I want. I want a redirect, so I'm going to reroll. None of these are what I want either. I mean, the force feels good, because then potentially with the force, I'm at least critting if I can get the star attack out, and this is burning 3 rather than 2, so I'm going through it quicker. This is also really good long term. I like Petal Shield a lot. Applies 3 temporary power, versus this gets my wild attack faster, but it's very expensive. Like, this is just going to be hard to set up because I don't have any natural earth. I'll take the free attack, I think. Ooh, those weren't what I needed. Those were not what I needed. Bo's really never doing support actions, so it'd be the best on Wormling, but the orb is my best item right now. And this doesn't really do anything here. At least I'm getting a bunch of weakness out with the tome. But I'll do it. It's fine. We need the heals. Alright, we are in bad shape. Is there an Aether Spring? Thank goodness. Well, let's see here. Who are we going to replace Wormling with when we lose him right here? I don't really want to say Mandrake. But it might be Mandrake. Alright, let's see if by some miracle we can keep him alive. Random loot, 35% chance to have a higher tier. So 1 out of 3 I would get towards the epic. But this is just pure XP. But it's only 25. Yeah, I think if we get a really good item, it might break open this run, but I think it might be too little too late. Hey, how are you, Jack? Head on back to town. Good, a little corruption cleanse, that's big. I think we still gotta prioritize. Hey, one explosive rush and we're losing someone. Alright, fire, that's a good element for us. That's probably our best chance of doing some shenanigans. And attacking top and attacking both. Yikes. Alright. I pretty much have to heal here, or else I'm losing Wormling on the Ooze's turn. That got up to 2, we got a little heal. I stick with, I think, the fire attack here. That gets me to 3, and then maybe a basic attack down low. No, this is a better shield play since I'm getting double attacked. So this breaks Hey, which is huge, but I'm burning a wild, versus this doesn't break, so I'm taking an extra basic attack. I think I need the break. I don't want to take that much damage. I was going to say that has to be a fire. Alright, we're up to 3 wild on turn 1. That's pretty solid. Wind. So now this kind of goes crazy. Because this goes into a star spawn and I'm giving force to everyone. We are getting closer. We're getting closer to the shenanigans we need. Here we go. That force did hit the ooze, for the record. I gotta keep that in mind. So you're attacking top, you're attacking mid lane. I kind of like the idea of the free attack to get the wild. And then maybe just the team heal to keep getting the wild up. It is nice because with the support action, this does heal everyone. Alright, that was a pretty big stagger. What element are we going to roll here? Earth, that doesn't help us at all. But I think we can just double kill with Naga. Alright, team's getting better. Team's getting better. We're not perfect by any means, but we are getting there. How about that epic right here? Skill reroll. Alright, we'll probably need that. Another one of you. Come on, Wormling. Ooh, I can't really take more corruption, but I will do it. Okay, we get some base evasion up. That's not bad. Got there. You guys. Alright, here we go. The shiny wormling. Interesting. And the shiny wolf. Double shinies. Let's go. Earth does not help. This is going to be a tougher one. I really need to self-heal or else I'm dead. And then I break here and capture. We got one wild. And it got burned. Love that. Oh no, I don't have any mementos. That feels bad. He's so cute. Ooh. Alright, we got the forces up. I think I'm gonna do the free action. I don't think I ever get to 5. I mean, that gets me back to 3, but at this point, I think I'd rather just attack my way through. Four generation on a basic attack there. That's kind of crazy. I'm just going to stay offensive with Naga right now. It's working better since I don't have any way to retaliate. So if I do the free action here, I can then basic attack kill and star spawn can kill. So I get 2 more attacks. Alright, we're getting out our damage a little faster. Our goal of getting star spawn up every couple turns is not working so far, but that's okay. Shield generator +2, that's pretty nice. So this would just be a huge water attack for 1. Versus this does hit everyone at some point. I'm going to need attacks that hit everyone, and I don't have anything currently that does earth. So I will take the Lava Surge, but this is a pretty big attack damage-wise for 1. I mean, especially if I have Force Up from Naga, this potentially could be like a 1/17 Force, I'm doing 30 damage. Versus this is more the long con. I'm going to take the cheap one right now, see if I can one-shot things quicker. Alright, here we go. I mean, I don't love this, but for now I'll just put it here. You guys are making me zip all over, and I missed my timing there. We got another one. Alright. My fingers are not awake this morning. I am missing all these dashes. Don't mind me. This is how not to dash around the map. And then we hit this, so we're on to the boss. And we look awfully weak to be fighting the boss right now. Which would let me reroll a trait or skill. Merchant will get a little stronger. I'm going to go Merchant because we don't have any mementos, and this run is probably done. $15. So the drum is probably worth it. The drum is probably worth it on Wormling. But then we don't have enough for the memento. Oh, we do have enough for the memento. Nice. Alright, boss time. Can we beat him? Oh, we got a little gold back. Is there any way to get up there? Is there any hidden area? Nope. Alright, let's see if we can beat the boss. I don't know that we can, but we're gonna try. He really shouldn't be too bad. I more just am in a really bad spot corruption-wise for the future, but minor details. Alright, we're gonna heal Wormling turn 1. This is big. Let's get 2 up. Especially because Wormling's taking this first attack. That should give a little heal to everyone, and we get some power up. Yeah, I mean, the one here with Force is worth more than the Devil attack. But this gets a lot closer to staggering, so I'm going to stay with this. I did burn a Wild. I didn't think it was going to burn a Wild on me, but it burned 1 to gain 1. I see what happened. And then he purged, but we got 1 back because of the element he used, so we're chilling at 3. Alright, water. Not bad, not bad. You are attacking the top, so that makes this a great play. But that's burning 1 to gain 1. And then this would gain 1 more, so we're not there. This gets us closer, so I could star spawn. So I'm going to do this and then try and stagger. Alright, we do the heal. That gets me up to 5. And then I wanted to do the Starbeam, but the staggering's too good, I think. So I think I staggered this turn, Starbeam next turn. 1-1-5, hardly any damage. Alright, I like the idea of giving my team Force here. 19 and 11, those are big hits. Top and bottom. Feels like it's a good turn to go all in with the power and the stagger damage. So I'm going to double attack there. Alright, Naga is very weak, but we're almost through this fight. Alright, purge my wild. Do I have enough basic moves to do 50 damage? I don't think so because of the weakness. I do not think so. But I will try. That gets to 17. And then I think if I can use my free action... I'm not going to be able to do it. It's not enough. Alright, I gotta heal here. Gotta heal Star Spawn. Just barely not enough. I really thought with the Force it would be close, but I didn't have enough temporary power. Nice, the misses were big there. Because if he hits all four, I am close to dead. Okay, he does have Retaliate, so I really want to do like one big attack, I think. I'd like to get some temporary power and shenanigans up to try and just get through, but with the weakness and stuff, I don't think it's happening. Even that's not killing, that's crazy. Well, I guess I send it. I'll take the Retaliate, but at least he's close. If I had the Force up, it would have possibly killed, but to get the Force up, Naga would have taken Retaliate, and then if I didn't kill, Naga's about dead. We're gonna make it through. This was... The idea behind this comp works, but it has not, it's not coming together quite yet. I really need to be able to Star Spawn every turn or two, versus every 5 turns. Especially with 2 of my guys having Aether skills. So this is good because I have a free action. This kind of goes crazy just in terms of scaling a whole bunch. But I care less about having a whole bunch and more about having the specific wilds. So I'm going to do this, that way the free action and then something else gives me more. Finally we get a redirect. Not my favorite redirect, but that's alright. I really like the heroic defense, but I want something to redirect it to me first. Shield hit's huge if I can keep the shield up. I'm going to go Aging. That's not really what I wanted, but that's alright. Hexing Harp, okay, that's a good one. I think that's stealing 2, or purging 2, which is big. That saved me the last time I fought the boss at the end. I was able to break 2 of their turns. Alright. So I think the belt goes really well on here for offense. This feels really good in terms of support. So I'm going to take this in an XP. Alright, item, Aether, Envoy. I feel like I do not go to the Envoy a whole lot, but I also kind of feel like he's the worst one. We do need better items, but at the end of the day, I kind of just want epic items. Aether, we could get more corruption off Wormling. I think we go here, then I can clear this area and maybe hit it at the end. What are my options? Sphinx kind of goes crazy. That'd probably be who I go with for a support character if I lose my homie. Ooh, tough choice, tough choice, tough choice. I think I'll take the extra fire. I was not going to remember to hit that if I didn't hit it right then. I was curious who their third guy was going to be. I didn't see him there as I was engaging. He must have been up off the screen a little bit. Alright, so Naga's got age, so we're going to get that redirect here and there. Bottom, top. Alright, they're dividing attacks. Nice, nice, nice. Kind of like the idea of the dart into the heal just to get a bunch of wild. I don't really care about doing damage to him, but I'll start just for stagger purposes. Alright, and that's my second thing this turn, so we're up to 2 already. And then what do I have? These all come out neutral. If they're all coming out neutral, I think I'd rather get the shield up. Then here I have the free 1 and 1. Let's get you close to staggering. Alright, not bad. So how do I get a wild? This would be my best way to get a wild. Probably should have been on Star Spawn, but that's alright. He'll get some little heals here from the support play. Can I afford this to get force on everyone? Yes, I can. Gonna do it here, because then with the other big attack, I'm close to killing. Probably not quite. Oh, just off. The force wasn't enough. And I don't have a free action anymore. But at least we got the stagger. Alright, we got the redirect and shield up top. That's big. So since you're redirecting everything this turn, getting the big shield feels awfully good. Staying offensive feels pretty good. Let me see what I can do with these 2 turns first. So stagger, we get power. We're off, we're missing that kill by 1. But if I do this and kill, then I'm getting a force which should allow that to kill him, so I'm just dealing with the Wappledinger at 14 shield. So I like that. Okay, with Wormling having the force, this should kill now. Alright, and this burns all our water for another kill. 33. We're getting there, we're getting there. The Aether's feeling better. We're making more and more. Alright, Star Spawner, what you got for me? That's not bad. I don't love that. I'm not really going down the purge route. I care more about having my own stuff. I mean, there's times I have like 5 or so power up, so getting a second attack doesn't feel bad. I just don't know if any of these are the move. I guess I'll take the extra hit, and then we'll just see how this scales. Nah, we don't care about a rebirth right now. Ooh, shiny Goliath. I know I encountered one. I can't remember if I caught him is the big question. We got one memento to make some shenanigans happen. So I'd still have 2 water. Alright. Nice, we got our shiny. Sidekick, shield, tank. That's pretty amazing. I like that combo. Back to Goliath builds. Here we go. Alright, 3 on turn 1. That feels pretty good. If they... Well, I staggered, so they're not going to do anything, but we're getting close. Fire. Alright, we can get this. We can get this. So this just gets me there, straight up. And then this puts someone in range of the star spawn kill. No extra attack for the power. I wonder if because it's temporary power it didn't count. Interesting. Still a very good turn. We're making elements like crazy now. Feel like more force is really nice to then have a big Wormling attack turn with all the extra power I have. Alright, we hit him with the lawn darts here. Let's see. Does this kill? Yes, it does. Alright, so we kill here, and then we finish him off. Man, Star Spawn's up to 7 power. Alright, we're getting there. Still taking a little too much damage from my liking, but we're doing pretty good. I wish I could choose on this one who it goes to. I actually kind of like this here, just because I'm getting so much temporary power, it would be a very, very big attack. It'd potentially be like a 2x8 on everyone, and it gives me a really good chance to interrupt. At the same time, the jewel support is really nice, because it's a free action. I'm going to take 1 attack here, and then I have between the Star Spawn and him my 2 ways to attack everyone, which is kind of what I like going into runs or the bosses. For the hand primarily, because staggering is so essential. Is that another shifted? Let's go. He looks sweet with his red eyes. Now the big question is, do I use my last memento on this? The answer is probably yes. Bottom, bottom, top. Alright. I've been trying the offensive turns. Let's try the defensive turn here, especially since we get the wild. Get you close to a stagger. I would like to kill one of the Waffledingers before they start getting off their sidekick shenanigans. Because with two of them, it is a little scary. Yeah, just not a big attack. I'm not going to capture him. I'd rather get the shiny. I mean, I kind of need to do that. And I could do the free action. And then this would get... because it's gaining me 2. Yeah, I think this works for the double action. This should get me back to 5, because it's my second action of the turn, and it generates. Alright, it did work. Attacking top, bottom, staggered. Alright, we stay on the defensive end. And then we start doing damage. And then this turn should be the retaliate turn, so I stay on the shield. Ooh, chill out, chill out, chill out. That sidekick is too much. I'm only getting hit by 1. It's already going up top, and I have 14 shield. So I'm going to stay on the offensive end. Let's try and kill the damage dealer. I can let the other one heal himself. I don't think there's any way I stagger enough earth. Okay, I'm a liar. There it is. So I can do this into the other action, catch them, and then get out of here. I don't know why that didn't break. I really thought it would. That's alright. I definitely thought it showed me it did, but maybe because of the order I did it? I don't know. Don't know for sure, but we made it through. We're in the same boat we were halfway through the other world, getting very corrupted. The only difference is this time we're a lot less further through. Okay, self-shield and redirect. This is kind of what we've been missing. I mean, it's got to be Charge Beam, right? It's a better attack against everyone than the Lava Surge. No hidden areas for me. Just hold RB while I run around. That's the new strat. So the only reason a full rebirth isn't bad is because I could get rid of the corruption. I don't have enough gold for the merchant, so I'm just going to take random. Come on. I mean, this all the way to an epic feels essential. I think the armor feels really good on our tank. Alright, finally getting that gold up. Ooh. So every 4 turns I'd get a corruption here. But I have the corruption cleanse. So I think more defense is just worth it. Alright, let's see how this goes now that I can choose to redirect. And I did not capture the shiny, so I still have my memento. We're looking good. We're looking good. Yeah, I think redirecting everything to me feels great. I mean, maybe not the turn to break him. Probably should have attacked the book, and that's because I had the big shield redirect retaliate, but that's alright. The wild ritual goes kind of crazy with the book. Alright, we are close to the star spawn already. It's kind of crazy that I can just naturally use. So getting a force, then I would still have 3 and 1. Alright, we gotta take him out. Stone Fist, as we learned our last run, is like one of the scariest attacks, so you're not gonna get to Stone Fist. Oh no, Charge Beam is not everyone, is it? I was thinking that was an attack all... Uh-oh, I might have just lost because of that. I may have just lost because of that. So that keeps me down to 2. Alright, so I think I can get through with the air dart. Ah, that consumed all my temporary power. I had to just commit to the attack. Oh, I didn't realize Charge Beam was only 1. I don't know why I misread it as all, but I think I'm losing Star Spawner here. Alive at 3, holy cow. Alright, well with the 7 power, now we do attack everyone, for sure. We got the 2 and 3 up, so let's do this and give force, and then it should just be a kill. Ooh, we got lucky. I should have been punished there. I should have just lost. But we luckily snuck through. Alright, corruption is still our biggest issue this run. Come on, secret tunnel. Let's take the book out. Man, 28 corruption. Alright. Based on what we have, I think think we gotta do the heal. And then here we're getting double attacked. Let's get the redirect up. Alright, we're off to a decent start. The Book Grab are actually kind of a scary combo with the Wild Ritual into his special. Alright, I think I need to keep prioritizing the redirect on Naga. I think this is way more important than any damage. And then if I can get away with the dart into the heal, that gets me to 5, and then I can do Star Spawn shenanigans. Alright, I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing how we're getting there. Alright, and everyone's back to full health. We're looking pretty good. Ooh, close to the stagger. Alright, we are pretty much, I think, same play. Air Dart gets me to 4, this straight up gets me to 5. Close. Yeah, this gets me close, and then Naga should be close to killing. Or I could redirect. But with the stagger, it's pretty much free. Polar Wind, we can't hit. I'm not capturing the crab this turn. I like him, I just don't want to fully build around a support character that really only gets out Aether. Because like this team, at least Wormlane's still doing shenanigans in terms of like the healing and stuff. So I like this comp better than I would with Crab over Wormlane. Alright, I think I like this to give me some shield. It's not much, but it'll help. Banner. We scrap it. Our other two are good for what we're using them for right now. We'll go through the Soul Gate, let's see what we get. Would have rather had that on Naga, but that's alright. Yeah, too wild off the start. I guess it's only for a couple fights, but that's alright. Any miscellaneous area? You were kind of looking this way. Maybe down low here, there's a random rug leading off to the side. Oh, Star Spawn. My dude, you are starting in one-shot range. Actually, that boon might save us. And it's got to be here to stay alive. Okay, double attacks. Let's at least take those on our tank. And I'm one off either of these, which is a little unfortunate. Naga's doing his job, getting some natural attacks off. Alright, what element are we going to get? Fire. Nice. So realistically, I'm still probably getting hit by 2 this turn. So I think getting this up and getting myself to 5 is a really nice turn. That then allows me to kind of go crazy here. Applies power to self. Is it worth capturing the Mephisto? Yeah, I gotta capture more people in this area. Alright, we're redirecting up top. This would burn 2. I care more about the heal. Let's get you out of critical. Alright, the burn on Naga I don't love. Nice, the double stagger's pretty good. And we're close to getting off another star spawn attack. And wind, alright. So we're gonna do this. That allows... Okay, this does get me to 5. And then this I should consume and make 1. I mean, I guess I'm there right now. This just wipes. We're getting there. It just takes a few turns to get the power and force up. But you can see the potential. Healing, Star Spawner just got damage. That's big. Keeping around some shield feels pretty good. So I'm going to take that. I mean, power healing feels okay. I would have rather stayed something on the offensive end, but I am getting lots of power stacks. I'll take it. Just the small consistent healing will help. Probably here. That could start to scale my temporary power. Gives me permanent power chance. I'm gonna put it here actually. Increases healing of each heal by 1. Then the power heal we just got is for 4. Not quite what I had in mind, but I'm doing enough attacks, it should all work out. Alright, Merchant Epic Witch. Where's the Aether Spring? That's really what I need. Loot-wise, we've got 2 epic loots. Wormling could use something better. But this is often XP. Witch would be reroll a trait. I could get rid of Endless Endurance possibly, but those are all pretty good. Oh, they both have power healing now. So what would I get rid of? Maybe reroll Fire Dash? Or I could reroll Fiery Stabs here. But is that worth it, or just epic? Probably just something epic. I do like the debuff cleanse, but for now I think the cell's better. Oh, can we beat him? I don't know. I don't know that we can, but we're gonna try. What element are you gonna pick? Okay, so for both it's Earth, which does make this more interesting because I'm giving him things too. I mean, I think it's always the redirect here. That's gonna give us both one, that's fine. Alright, let's do the heal here. And then we use 2, that burns a wild on the heal, but I do gain 1. And that gets me closer to the 7, and it gets me closer to a stagger, so I'll do it. Alright. I do lose a little bit of the temporary power, which is unfortunate. Charge Beam kinda goes crazy. Gets him closer to staggering, but it does burn all my wild. This would be 1 and 1. Alright, we'll just do a basic attack. I'm redirecting up top. Wyrmling is starting to get quite a bit of shield. 18 just from a normal turn feels pretty good. It's kind of what aging would have done passively for Star Spawn, but by turn 3 it's not that helpful. Alright, water. He's only at 1, I'm at 4, I'm in a lot better shape. He's doing a big attack. Kind of like the idea of this. That gets me a 5 and gives me a force on Star Spawner. So 250, these are about the same. Except this keeps all my wild. That would break there, get me to 6. I don't really need to heal this turn. Feels pretty good to do this because of the temporary power, and it's keeping my wild up, which is nice for shenanigans next turn. Now, he does have the stagger right now. Lava Surge actually is not that expensive currently, but we don't technically get the interrupt off. I think I will just... Man, the heal's not really worth it. Alright, I'm just going to basic attack, and then next turn I will try and do more with Star Spawner and Wyrmling. Alright. So attacking up top, attacking down low, I could take both here. Wyrmling wise, I think I get off the free damage, and then I do this. Alright, I'm gonna do free damage. I'm then gonna go do Star Spawner's turn. I don't have any other way to give power to my guys, that's okay. I was trying to break with Wyrmling for the power's sake. I'm going to do the heal here on Naga. It's crazy that this is only 6 damage. Alright, I'll do this just for the extra shield from the healing and stuff. It's fine. Gives me a little bit more shield up top for Naga to take this. Alright, he's doing his special this turn. Let's see if we can kill. So if our goal is to kill, we try and stay on the offensive. Let's give everyone force. And then Charge Beam does it. Okay, 26 with all that power out there. Charge Beam kind of goes crazy with that third hit. We made it, not by much. Oh, close to a level. Alright, corruption's still our biggest issue, but we're doing alright. I wish the debuff cleanse was from everyone. Alright, couple interesting choices there, but we'll make those as soon as we come back and finish this run. See you again soon.